Hello, neighbor. I'm Robert Burns, and welcome once again to another edition of Sound Off Louisiana. Today we have as our very special guest Dr. Akula, and I will tell everyone up front that in August of 2021, unfortunately, Dr. Akula was indicted in federal court on 23 counts of alleged Medicare fraud. But we're not going to focus on that today because Dr. Akula, who is now pro se representing himself, filed an outstanding court brief challenge, or actually trying to get the assistant U.S. attorney, Ms. McHugh, disqualified. And he did one more fantastic job. So we're going to link that document and put it into the text. But today we're here to talk about a different matter. You could consider it landlap, if you will, and that being some alleged payroll irregularities that took place in Dr. Akula's office. And for that, for a discussion of that, we're going to turn it over to our longtime guest. You've seen her many, many times on Sound Off Louisiana, Miss Belinda Parker Brown. So, Miss Brown, how about you take it off and
Absolutely, Robert. Once again, I really appreciate you and Sound Off Louisiana giving us the opportunity to have our voices heard, especially when we need to bring a very serious and necessary concern of all of our constituents and the people here in the state of Louisiana especially. And I just want to say, Robert, your Sound Off Louisiana is just, you are, we're giving you extra kudos, extra shout outs, because without you, we would not have this opportunity to have our voices heard.
Well, thank you so much.
But what I want the people to know here today, that black and brown doctors is under attack. And I'm sitting here with Dr. Akula, with Hospice Canon, and we're going to be talking about how does such a thing get started? What is the root cause why our black and brown doctors here in the state of Louisiana especially is under attack? So, Dr. Akula, how are you today?
I'm doing very well, and I'm so glad that we're able to ventilate our feelings, and thank you for this opportunity.
Well, first of all, I would like to say, I did a little research, and I really appreciate you joining up with Louisiana United International, a constitutional and civil rights organization that focus on this type of injustice. And I really appreciate your support for that. But most importantly, Dr. Akula, you have done some phenomenal things here in the state of Louisiana. I looked over, some of the programs that you have been involved with, community, assisting, helping, especially during 2005 Katrina. You were just a hero. You came to the rescue of the Louisiana people here in a way that it was just phenomenal and just totally unbelievable. You were boots on the ground. You were there to help assist all the medical needs of the people that were suffering during that time. So I just want to say thank you, and you have been greatly appreciated. But I'm very saddened by the fact that there have been an injustice on behalf of your company, that you filed a complaint against some disgruntled employees that was allegedly frauding your company. Is that correct? Would you like to tell us about that, Dr. Akula?
Well, essentially, I think ever since the indictment, there's been several employees which I discovered lately that they were not only actually doing some gossip and all this garbage about the negative news about the indictment and what's going to happen and what not. I was very, very concerned to have discovered there's a whole lot of embezzlement, payroll fraud that has been committed consistently, not just with one or two people. There was at least about 6 people that we have discovered, and the Attorney General is the one that we went to with all this information and said, hey, listen, maybe there's more people in there. This is almost about a year and a half.
Wow.
And it's
Wow,
gone nowhere.
So when you say that you went to the Attorney General's office and you spoke with the head agent.
Actually, we started with Agent Chadwick, and then his senior Agent Green was later on involved. And they said, oh yeah, it will be taken care of. And early on that we have had a representation with Dr. Black, who was in conversation with these agents initially. And she was told 8 or 10 months ago, this is almost come to a fruition, and there's going to be some actionable arrest warrants issued.
Wow.
Where are they? These people are still alive and well, and one of them, is working for a competition, and I am just curious as to where is the law when it comes to, small businesses and black and brown owned businesses.
So, Dr. Akula, when you say that you gave just tons of information, evidence, proof,
Absolutely.
in that information you also gave some, checks where I think one of the disgruntled employees were trying to pay you back the money or something? What happened with that?
One of the ex-employee that was involved in this payroll scheme, she was terminated as soon as we discovered that there was something that's going on, and she has agreed to start paying back. And then I said, well, wait a minute, and I've been informed by Agent Chadwick, once you cash a check, it's over, it's going to be a civil matter. Then I said, no, this is more than one person. At least she's admitting her guilt and paying, and then we have close to about $30,000 checks that has been given. So obviously, from what I was told, this was last 8 months ago, this payroll scheme was up to $300,000 then.
Wow.
Just imagine, it was, I think it may be more than $500,000.
What was it true that I think in some of these documents the information came out that they were creating false names or
false names, duplicate payments, overtimes, and all illegal
alien people that
Absolutely.
didn't even exist?
There were at least about 3 people that we identified that really were not a bona fide employees of Cannon Hospitals.
Wow.
But they were on the payroll getting the checks.
Wow.
And this is where we needed the Attorney General to come to our rescue. And especially, the Attorney General, Jeff Landry, is running for the governor as a tough on crime. Here we are, small business. You protect the small businesses, that's your caption in your write-up, and here we are, we need help. And this is almost like a 1.5 year, we got nowhere other than the senior agent, Green, assuring, oh yeah, it's active and it's ongoing. How long are you going to go on? And I have a very strong suspicion that there is my trial in July, that there is a coordinated effort between the Attorney General's office and the prosecutor in my criminal case, that they are working to see that I get forcefully convicted, and then they can deal with all this matter, and they might even slip it under the rug.
Well, I am mostly
That is
concerned
my biggest
that
fear right now.
right, absolutely.
I understand.
That is a big fear, and it should be a outrage and a community cry that we want our Attorney General to do his job. This is really sad about the fact that you mean to tell me you have all the information to do your job and you're still waiting? You're still allowing this to go on and perhaps even happen to other businesses too as well?
And on top of that, you have restitution, people admitting guilt and paying back.
People
Yes.
don't write $30,000 checks for nothing.
Yeah,
Right, absolutely. Dr. Akula, is there anything else that you want to say in regards to you receiving justice when you are the victim of this type of treatment or these type of crimes?
I believe that, that there is a pattern of black and brown doctors that's been
Targeted,
indicted,
yes.
targeted, charged, committed, like convicted and sent to jail and all this stuff. The pattern or the statistics of the Eastern District in the last 12 years point towards almost all but maybe one or two of the 10 or 11 doctors that were either attacked, indicted, convicted or whatnot were all either black or brown doctors.
Wow.
Wow. You know, Robert, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity, but there is a public outcry when it comes to our doctors being targeted with this type of treatment, and there all the evidence and all the proof is there when you have gotten your attorney general involved and they're using the taxpayers' money to investigate these crimes, but we're still waiting. When the evidence is there, the proof is there, the admit of guilt is there, and we're still waiting.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Thank you all for being guests today. Dr. Akula, again, I want to commend you on one of the best filings I've read, the thoroughness, and I want to again encourage all of our viewers, all of our subscribers, all of our casual site visitors, you click on the link and read it all. I was up till after midnight last night reading it. It is absolutely incredible. And we'll put the high points of it down beneath this video. And so it's only the middle of the week, so happy hump day to everyone. And we look forward to bringing you another Sound Off Louisiana feature real soon.
And I want to put on the record that there's more to come, that there is a strong possibility that the fix is in when it comes to our black and brown doctors being attacked. We're not going to tolerate, and we're going to get to the bottom of this, of what's really going on. Could it be that this is a monopoly that put our black and brown doctors out of business so that somebody else can benefit from it? Thank you.
You're quite welcome. Once again, thank y'all for being my special guest, and I'm sure we will be doing a follow-up. And if the trial isn't pushed back, you can count on Sound Off to be there and give reports of how that goes down. So thank y'all once again, and hope everybody had a happy hump day. We'll look forward to seeing you on another Sound Off feature real soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.